All right, it's the morning run, and this is the pressure episode where we'll be talking about the Super Bowl, NBA trades, who has the most pressure, AD, Luca, the Lakers, or the Mavs. We're going to get right into it right now on the morning run. Big Dog Chico and Uncle Neely. Let's go. Unc, we're back, and we got some things to talk about. And we're calling this one the pressure episode, as we're going to talk about who has the most pressure coming into the Super Bowl. The quarterbacks, Mahomes and Hurts. We're going to talk about AD and Luca, and we're also going to get into who has the most pressure as far as the draft go, Tennessee, New York Giants, or the Cleveland Browns. But before that, talk to me, Unc. How you doing? How you been this early
Man,
morning?
doing good, brother. Doing good, brother. Early morning. They
Or late
name
morning,
the
should I
show the
say?
morning run. Hey, the morning. Let me tell you about the morning run. The
You don't have to
morning
tell about
run
the
is
morning.
going. The morning run is gonna happen.
Yeah,
It just may not be in the morning.
there you go.
Shout out to our Dukes of Scoop. Shout out to Philip Dukes, aka Dukes of Scoop. A little under the weather, trying to battle back from being on the road with the Senior Bowl, et cetera, et cetera. Shout out, much love to you, man. Hope you feel better. We were able to do our live show last night. You tell me, but that bug got him down today. So praying for him. Know you're gonna be back. Like Randall Cunningham had on his hat, he'll be back scrambling. So shout out to Dukes of Scoop. So it's just me and Chico today on the morning run coming to you this afternoon.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure you get involved and let us know in the comments right now. Join the conversation. Who do you think will win the Super Bowl? As we're going to get into who has the most pressure to win the Super Bowl. Will it be Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes? Right now, who you say, Unc?
Well, I got to go with Hurts, and let me explain it why by starting with the Chiefs. Chiefs have been there, done that. Patrick Mahomes has solidified himself as one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Travis Kelce has solidified himself as one of the best tight ends to play the game. The Kansas City defensive line has solidified themselves as a unit as one of the best units to ever play the game. And head coach Andy Reid, who has done it all over these decades for many different teams, has solidified himself. Now they can go to another level, another stratosphere, if you will, by doing this three-peat. But even without that, the Kansas City Chiefs are truly a dynasty. They have truly staked their claim in the history of the NFL as a powerhouse. However, if the Philadelphia Eagles, who made it to the Super Bowl again, that's 2 and 3 years, come up short again, they start to cross into that Buffalo Bills territory of getting there but never winning and being an afterthought when people are sitting around talking decades from now. So I think going into this game, throughout this game, all the way to the end of this game, the pressure, the most pressure is on the Philadelphia Eagles to get one more than it is for the Kansas City Chiefs to three-peat. Can't hear you, Chico.
I'm sorry. I say I like how you put that, but I'm gonna push back on you with it. And I'm gonna say the pressure right now for me, the most pressure is going to be on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Why do I say this? It's because of the legacy and the GOAT conversation with the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, as he's right now being compared to, of course, Tom Brady. Tom Brady has how many rings? Yes, Mahomes need to continue to get more rings to close that gap if he wants to be considered as the GOAT. And if he gets this ring, these 3 championships, man, that could come that has never been done before in the league. If he does this, that shows that 2022 wasn't a fluke. That justifies his massive contract, and he's just going to continue to build that legacy for the Chiefs to prove that they are a true dynasty in the NFL. So I think the pressure is on them with this once in a lifetime, once in a generational type opportunity to win these 3 championships back to back to back or whatever, and set themselves in a class that has never been achieved before in the NFL. So I think the Hurts and the Eagles will have another opportunity as they have a younger squad. So I think they'll be able to get back there in the years to come. And I think that time is ticking on this Chief squad, as we talked about Chris Jones, Kelsey getting slower, aging. So I think the time is ticking more on this Chief squad to do what they need to do, and Patrick Mahomes can solidify himself in that GOAT conversation with Tom Brady.
Other than you eating that ill-advised food a month ago that got you sick, I don't think I've ever disagreed with you more than I have right now.
Oh, damn.
Because you shouldn't have ate that food, that bad cat, and you shouldn't have a position you take it right now. Because let me tell you this, brother. Patrick Mahomes, without winning this Super Bowl, is who he is. He is the heir apparent to the GOAT discussion. He has already passed Joe Montana in playoff wins. The only person ahead of him is Tom Brady, and he can get that record without even ever going to a Super Bowl again.
But so he won't get that Super Bowl though. He won't be considered as the GOAT if he don't. No, if he loses this year.
But look at. I want you to understand how you're moving the goalposts between these two people.
No, dog.
Jalen, no. Let me. Can I say my thought? Let me know when you want me to say it.
Go ahead. You got the
floor right now. Ain't got nan.
Ain't got nan.
Ain't not one. Mahomes got a stack. Don't even know what to do with them. And you saying his one more is more vital than Hurts ever getting just one?
No, I'm saying that Hurts has more of a chance to get him in later years than Mahomes, I think, right now because of the youth of his team. That's what I'm saying.
I can't wait till we talk to a Deion Sanders and a Warren Sapp who tell you how flawed your theory is about the chances of going back. Do you know how hard it is to go back to a Super Bowl?
And that's the whole point. That's why the most pressure is there, so they could do this in this time that they have. Will you ever get another chance to do this?
They've already done it, Chico. They've already won multiple Super Bowls. The only thing that they could do now is do something that's never been done. That's win 3 in a row.
Exactly. You're making the point.
They can come back next year and add to the pile. They got just as much chance of going back as the Eagles do. And I'm going to tell you this, they got less chance going back because the Eagles are riding a running back to get there. You know how short-lived that is.
Who has more of a chance? What has more of a possibility to happen? As on Wednesdays, they're doing landscaping outside of my house, so hopefully y'all can't hear that. But what's the more of a possibility to happen? The Eagles going back and winning one Super Bowl or the Chiefs having the chance to win the 3rd Super Bowl in a row?
What the hell are you talking about? That's going to be determined Sunday.
Yes. So if the Chiefs right now in this present moment, what do you see happening more in the future? What has the percentage, the chances to happen more in the future?
The Chiefs are favored in the game for a reason.
Yes. So they have the pressure to win this 3rd Super Bowl, which would not happen again in anytime soon.
Let me help you through this. First of all, let me say this: we just ain't finna damn agree. All right, like it ain't finna happen. We ain't finna agree on it. So let me frame my narrative. Let me slow it down for you. How many Super Bowls has Jalen Hurts been to?
Counting this one, right?
Counting
this one.
Okay, counting this one.
2.
How many has he won?
0.
How many Super Bowls has Pat Mahomes been to counting this one?
How many is he going? 3 or 4? 3. He's 3-1 in the Super Bowl right now.
So that means he's been to 4.
Yes.
How many has he won?
3.
So you're telling me that it is more important for the guy to get the 4th one than it is for another guy to get his 1st one.
We're talking about this one. We're talking about this one right here. Not a guy.
Hold on. Let me give you some terms you can understand.
Okay, so give me the C terms.
I done been with Rihanna. I done been with Rihanna. I done been with Beyonce. I done been with Angela Bassett. I done been with Halle Berry.
Claude, have mercy.
You ain't been with nobody, and you telling me that unless I can get Kelly Rowland,
okay. If you want to,
they're more important. You ain't had that.
If you want to keep it in those terms,
you ain't had that.
if you want to keep it in those terms, then let's put it like this. All right. I've had three of the ones you named: Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, whoever else you name, right? Or I've had two of those, and now I have a chance to get a third one. And in the history of getting those in Hollywood sports entertainment, that has never happened. That has never happened. No.
Okay, but Chico, you're mixing up the question. I'm not debating that. You said who has more pressure. And I'm telling you, the guy that has done something multiple times already has less pressure than a guy who's never done it once. Jalen Hurts hasn't yet to win a Super Bowl.
Yes, I understand. But if this was like not an opportunity for them to do something historic, like win third Super Bowl in a row, that's never been done.
Let's spin it around. And because it's never been done, how the hell can it hurt you?
It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. But we're talking about pressure, and I broke it down. Let's
talk about some great Super Bowl quarterbacks.
Stephen
Did Brady three-peat?
Stephen A. That's the whole point. He didn't.
Answer the question, Chico. Did Brady three-peat?
The fact that he didn't is the reason for my argument. That's the reason for my argument. That's the reason for my argument.
I can't get the jury to come up with the damn verdict if you don't answer the questions. I'm gonna ask the judge if Chris is a hostile witness.
I'm not going to work with you on that one. And that's the reason for my argument.
Did Joe Montana three-peat?
Not to my knowledge, no, he didn't.
Did Terry Bradshaw three-peat?
Not to my knowledge, no, he didn't. But did he win 4? Nope. And that's why it's pressure right now. Because all of those guys didn't even have an opportunity to do what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now.
Because they played in NFL. They had opportunity.
But they didn't get there. Everybody has an opportunity, but they didn't get there, dog. If we go and ask.
What you're telling me is, and I'm going to leave it alone. What you're telling me is that a person who already has.
We ain't talking about a person. The question was Mahomes and Hurts, not a person. See that? See, now you changing it up. If you said a person, then the argument would go to you and say, yes, the person who's looking for their first.
You have me call you nigga on here. Nigga, I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes. That's how you done got me riled up. I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has multiple. Hurts has none. The pressure is on Hurts.
There's a once in a lifetime opportunity for Patrick Mahomes to get this opportunity, to get this third championship in a row. That has never been done before. This will solidify his GOAT status, in my opinion, or at least get him that much closer to Tom Brady than if he was to lose it. The gap will be widened. All right, bam. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, bam, agreed. What happens if Jalen Hurts loses?
Then he has Jalen. I made that point. I said his team is younger. He will have more of an opportunity to get. I can see the Eagles getting back there in the next 5 years more times than the Chiefs getting back there in the next 5 years because of the age and the way the team is constructed. That's what I'm saying. And that's why there is not as much pressure, in my opinion, for Hurts than it is for Mahomes. Simple. Simple as that, Coach. Well, y'all let us know in the chat what y'all think. If y'all want to vote for Uncle Neely, vote for my argument. Let us know who has the most pressure.
Hey, chat, whatever y'all do, don't vote for me. Vote for Chico.
But tell us this: who has the most pressure, in your opinion, in the chat right now? Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, or the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes to get that third one in a row? Something that has never been done before. All right. Let me say this too. Are the Eagles getting their first one? So he won't say I'm trying to skew the audience to vote on my side. I'm just saying it because I know you were trying to catch it.
I wasn't gonna, hey, I've said enough.
Yes, you have. Now, we want the chat to tell us this. Who has the most pressure on this pressure episode? We need to change the title. Don't worry about it. On this pressure episode, because we're bringing the pressure. Pressure bust pipes,
or
they make diamonds. You know what I mean? So here we go. Who has the most pressure after this humongous trade that just went down? Anthony Davis and the Lakers, or Anthony Davis and the Mavs, or Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers? Who has the most pressure to win?
See, here you go again.
This trade. How you want to structure that question? However you want to structure it. Let's do it. Who has the most pressure?
Here you go again. When it came to the Lakers, your beloved Lakers, that's your team.
My beloved Lakers.
When it came to the Lakers, you said the Lakers, LeBron, and Luka. When it came to the Mavericks, all you did was mention Luke. All you did was mention AD.
AD, Kyrie, and the Mavericks. Then
now there you go. So now that you have framed the narrative the way it should be framed, let's look at it this way. How many rings does AD have?
AD has, here we go again. AD has one ring, right?
AD has one.
Here we go again.
How many rings does Luka have?
0.
They are both now paired up with people, as in Kyrie, as in LeBron, who have rings. Right? Kyrie has a ring. LeBron got more than one. LeBron has rings. So when you look at this thing and you factor in age and opportunity, like you did when you were saying the Holmes and Hurts debate, when you look at all this stuff and stir it together from a longevity standpoint, it is to me, because the window of time is shorter, it is to me more pressure on AD in Dallas than it is on the Lakers. Because LeBron, much like Mahomes, has gotten so much, it ain't gonna hurt him if he don't get one with Luka. He is still the leading scorer in all-time history. He gonna be leading in everything when it's done. And not getting one with Luka, because keep in mind now, that don't mean that he ain't gonna get one with Luka. He might not be there 2 years from now. It might just still be Luka there. Kyrie might not be with the Mavericks 2 years from now. It might just still be AD there. So I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about these two players. The same argument that you made for Hurts, because the window of time he got longer, Luka got time. Same argument you were making. If you look at the AD side, he could walk out glass, Mr. Glass right now. He got to get it done quicker because he ain't got a lot of time. So pressure on AD.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me that you're gonna use my argument
to show you how flawed it is. Exactly. Exactly. Now you see it. Now you see it.
That means
you're right.
You should go with me and what I said with Jalen Hurts.
I did it just to show you how flawed your other theory was. Let you tell it.
Unbelievable.
You tell it. Time has everything to do with it. Let you tell it. I just use your words against you. Let you tell it. Take a deep breath.
Who has the most pressure? When you were speaking, all I could think about was when Ice Cube on Boys in the Hood said, "Spit it out, hurry up, spit it out."
Bring it down. Let it be broke.
Let me say this: who has the most pressure, LeBron and Luka, or AD?
No. Don't put LeBron in there.
All right, just Luka and the Lakers, or AD and the Mavs. Who has the most pressure on them? You said AD and the Mavs. Of course, it's going to be AD and the Mavs because they traded away the best player under 25 in basketball right now, and that's Luka Doncic, the international superstar. Yes, they have the most pressure because they have to win right now in the next year to 3 years with Kyrie and as you call him, Mr. Glass, man, AD. They have the best constructed team right now to challenge OKC, in my opinion. This is not going away from what I said before, when we talked about who has the most pressure. And I'm thinking, or who's set up the best. And I think Dallas is set up the best with the guys that they have around AD. The two centers, they just got the small forward who played in Miami with their long playoff run, what's his name, Kobe Martin. They got him to play the small forward. You got Kyrie at the point. You got PJ Washington at the power forward, backing up AD. You got Klay Thompson shooting. They have a team ready to go right now. The Mavs do. The Lakers, if they come out there and they are competitive and they get into and stay into the playoffs or in the play-in playoffs or whatever, and they make some noise, that's all gravy on top of what they've done right now. Because they're saying, hey, man, we got Luka and we got years to come. Whatever we can get with LeBron while he's still here, that's going to be icing on the cake. And we love that he's happy to stay here. But at the end of the day, as you've said, but you made a flawed point, I think, the reason is the reason is because AD is 31, about to be 32, Kyrie 32. They need to win right now. The pressure is on them. That's why they made the move. That's why they got rid of Luka, because they know they need to win right now with the superstars that they have. Everybody other than Luka are veterans that need to win right now.
Couple points.
Danke Sean Peterson.
I love how you talk to me like we disagree. Second point, I know it's February, but here's what I need your New Year's resolution to be. Stop complimenting me and then taking the compliment away with some back.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
You just did. You said, well, like you said, you're right, but it's flawed. Like, why you gotta ask? Hey,
it was right, but you the reason for it was wrong.
Just give a brother his compliment, walk off. You ain't gotta be like, hey, I like your little watch. I like
your little watch, your new little car.
I see you working with your little gold chain, though.
I see you with them little Jordans on.
Yeah, why they gotta do that?
Ride here, your little brand new little car.
Yeah.
I got a new car, bish. Hey, now to the chat, man. Let's give a shout out to the chat right now. Appreciate you guys joining in, letting us know what y'all thinking right now. Sabrina Walters with the laugh out loud emojis. Hope we're entertaining you guys. It's just Unc and myself today, as Dukes the Scoop is out because of he's on injured list right now. So he's in the treatment room getting treatment for his injuries. Can't wait for Wednesdays with Warren Sapp, most definitely. I was just able to watch again as we get off the pressure subject. Well, this is kind of pressure. I was able to watch again the Warren Sapp Wednesdays with Warren interview about the $20 million lawsuit, and I was able to watch the whole body cam video from a different perspective, different angle. Man, let us know in the chat what y'all think about that if y'all seen it. From your point of view, Unc, you was able to speak to Warren Sapp. What type of pressure is the sheriff's department under right now? You know, what Warren Sapp is bringing on, a $20 million lawsuit.
Well, because sheriff's offices are constitutionally established and sheriffs are elected, they have a certain level of bonding in each state. And depending on the amount of their bond, whether it's 5 million, 15, 25 million, their entire bond is on the hook for this. So the pressure is on them. You know, the citizen was done wrong in this occasion. The citizen is the one who's not trained and knew more than the people who were trained. And so I think when you look at who has the pressure on them, the pressure is not really on Warren Sapp to prove what happened or didn't happen. That is clearly in videos from multiple angles. The pressure is on the sheriff's office to come back with a settlement offer under the lawsuit, but above the minimum of the bond. Because if I know you got a $10 million bond and I'm suing you for $20 million, you ain't offering me $8. I'm gonna at least get you for the 10. Now, so the answer is gonna be between the 10 and the 20 if your bond is at 10. But then, you know, that's what jury trials are there for too, and judges could make awards. So with all that being said, the pressure is absolutely on the sheriff's department.
Yeah. Sapp's lawsuit seeks compensation for future medical expenses, loss of wages, and damages totaling $20 million, according to Google and essentiallysports.com. Yes. He said he expressed on Wednesdays with Warren with you that his primary desire was to get an apology from the department. And you saw on the tape clear as day when he was asking to speak to the supervisor, the guy ignored the request of the officer, and then he came in there and spoke to him and really didn't, you know, care what Sapp was saying in a way, you know. So I feel like they, at this point, they know they was wrong, and now, like you said, they need to come up and unask some of that cash, as some of my folks would say back in the day. Got to do it.
Now you see how you did that eloquently, succinctly,
Okay, I
timely,
appreciate it.
and didn't add no diss on the end. That's how I need you to operate with me. Like just keep that same energy, Keep that same energy.
Man.
Oh,
$50 super chat
Mama
from Mama
Tia.
Tia once
Oh,
again on the pregame show channel. Unc had a master class. Everyone should go back and watch it. All jokes aside, the content with Unc was informative. Definitely was. All jokes aside. No lie. Watch this, Unc. Watch this, Unc.
yeah.
Amazing interview once again by Uncle Neely on Wednesdays with Warren. As usual. Y'all got to check it out.
Look, it's killing him. It's killing him not to say nothing, y'all. It's killing. He want to say amazing interview,
Oh
but
my God.
that mic was cracking a little bit, and I really couldn't hear part. Like he can't help it.
Oh my gosh, man.
No, but she's right. And all jokes aside, and the one thing we're gonna do, man, we're gonna try to be informative, but we also gonna make sure we have a good time. Because I'm gonna tell you this, Chico, and everybody in the chat, and everybody watching this live, and everybody watching this on replay, whether you're on Dude to School channel, D Pregame Network, or BiggDogg Chico, hear me well. Y'all better spend some time planning your fun times, because the world gonna plan your bad ones for you. Don't get so uptight in life. Don't forget how to laugh, forget how to smile, forget how to enjoy life, because you got to plan your good days, because the bad days gonna plan themselves.
Absolutely. I like that. That was nice right there. That little monologue.
And look, you got Renee Raymond doing. She said that little interview.
I know, that's why I said it. I saw her. That little interview.
I saw your little interview.
I saw your little interview with the little Super Bowl player, Super Bowl NFL player.
That's how your girl do you.
Oh man.
When she sees somebody you used to date. I saw your little friend today.
Lord have mercy, man. You got me going this morning, man. Mama Tia with another super chat. Goodness gracious, Mama Tia. We appreciate all the support. Keep grinding, little brother.
Yes,
For Uncle
Lord.
Neely, once again, we appreciate you. Let me see. We got another pressure question right here.
What we got?
We're talking about the draft. Of course, we got Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, 2 Colorado Buffaloes at the top of that draft class, mock draft, along with Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders' workout partner, quarterback, projected to be top 3. Who has the most pressure to get this right? Finally get it right and not be in the top 3 of the draft next year. The Cleveland Browns, the Tennessee Titans, or the New York Football Giants?
Oh, wow. Oh, man. So who has the most pressure? Tennessee picking first, Cleveland second, Giants third. Who has the most pressure to get it right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is gonna sound like one of your compliments. It's like this, man. The Browns have gotten it wrong so many times. I don't know if getting it wrong again punishes them. Like it's just gonna be the Browns being the Browns.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. When you look back, with the woulda, coulda, shouldas that the Titans have had at the organization, the almost theirs when they were going up against the Ravens, and you look at how the Giants have fallen off. I'm going to say is in my mind is probably more pressure on either the Giants or Tennessee to get it right than it is Cleveland, because I really do think even the fan base in Cleveland to some degree has just accepted a measurable amount of ineptitude, a measurable amount of we just can't get over the hump. Whereas the Giants have been there. They've had Super Bowls recently. They've had a quote unquote Hall of Fame quarterback, even though I disagree that Eli Manning is Hall of Fame quarterback. That's another discussion. They've had a quarterback that got them to a Super Bowl. The Titans have had a franchise quarterback in McNair and had success with other players. I don't think it's the Browns with the most pressure. I'm going to go with the Giants, Tennessee, and then the Browns in order of pressure.
Damn. I'm gonna have to freaking agree with you on that one right there. But I will say this. let me see. Let me see what Reggie Ship said right quick. The Giants have drafted a black quarterback, unlike the other two teams. All three of them have pressure to get it right. I think all three of them do. Yes, Tiffany
Absolutely.
said New York also. Yeah, all three of them. But you made the point that the Browns been doing what the Browns do for years. So a lot of people expect them to get it wrong.
And dog, what's so crazy about it, big dog? It don't even be their fault. Like it's just something always happen, man. It's like it don't even be their fault. Like the opportunity that they gave Deshaun Watson, like, I mean, how was they supposed to know that he was going to be walking without a walking boot? You know, when he was still supposed. It's like a lot of their flaws don't really be on them. You know, it's just the universe is damn against them in some kind of way.
Well, maybe that's why Coach Prime, or they think Coach Prime, I'm not sure if he's on record saying it. That's why they think Coach Prime doesn't want Shador to go there, because he already knows that organization may be flawed or cursed or something like that. You know?
Yeah, and I'll tell y'all this. I think I said it on one of our other broadcasts when Coach Prime was at the East West Shrine Bowl. He got a chance to talk to the Browns, and he told me that being able to listen to them and their philosophy and their version of a series of events that have happened in the past, et cetera, you know, was able to shift his thinking on them as an organization. And that's not to say that's where he wants Shador to go or don't want them to go. He just did share with me that it was a pleasurable conversation with the Browns and hearing what they had to say about things. When you talk to a Shador and you see his interviews, we can only go by what he's saying publicly. He doesn't care. Like he says, he just wants to get to the NFL and do his thing, and he ain't tripping on whether that is Cleveland, you know, in New York, in Foxborough. To him, it doesn't matter where he is. He just wants to get there.
Let me say this. Now, I think Cleveland could be in a situation to where if they make the right pick and get the right player there, they could turn around the Browns, you know, once and for all, finally. I can also see the Browns in a scenario where, as you might say, it might not even be their fault, where somebody might offer them something that they can't refuse, and they trade out of that second pick. Another probably a bad move, and they trade out of that second pick and end up with none of the three generational talents, in my opinion. And the Raiders move up there. So Tennessee, the Browns, and New York, as they currently are, I see the fit as being the best fit just from looking and seeing. You know how last year when I was talking about, man, we shouldn't wear those white jerseys with the gold pants anymore. It just doesn't look right. It's just a get beat look to me. I feel like the look as far as fit go would be this. Even though I don't like the Giants, I would love for Shador to be in LA or in Las Vegas. But like I said, as currently constructed, I think that the Giants would be the best fit for Shador. Cleveland would be the best fit for Cam, and Tennessee would be the best fit for Travis. Now, if they switch those picks and New York jumps up and they pick Shador first, out whatever. But I just think those destinations, those locations, are best fit for those players individually like that. What do you think?
You may want to sit back for this one.
Uh-oh.
You may want to get. You may want to just get ready for this one.
Let me give me one of these apple bananas over here.
Yeah,
these fresh ones.
Get you a Geritol or something, because let me tell you, I'm about to shock you.
Like
I agree with Chico.
You about it.
And
about it.
Let me tell you why. And again, we're just going off the top three people being the top three people. So we're going off of what we have right now is Tennessee first, Cleveland second, New York third. I like Shador in New York because of everything that New York is. It is the capital of the world. It is the capital of marketing and advertising. It is the capital of opportunity. It is the city that never sleeps. And if there was any brother in this draft that has the wherewithal to exceed in an environment where there are nothing but constant eyes on you and the weight of the world and success of the organization is on you, that would be Shedeur Sanders, because that is the position he's been in all of his life, and he is yet to fail or blow an opportunity when in that position. When you look at from a New York standpoint, because they let the cameras in for Hard Knocks, and we got to see how they totally bungled this Saquon Barkley thing. They need Shedeur Sanders. They need a big response. They need a big answer. They need a big comeback. They need a big win. They need a big name. They need to prove that as an organization in the smoky rooms that nobody else gets to sit in, we actually do have some damn intelligence. So they need Shedeur way more than he needs them. But I do just think that Shedeur just fits everything that New York City and that market and the aggressiveness of that market. New York fans are a lot like Philly fans. They'll turn on you when it ain't going well. And Shedeur has felt that. Remember his first game at Jackson State when they only won 7-6 and he had a turnover and didn't score a touchdown? Remember how the first year Colorado and running around for his life and never complained, never blamed anybody else? Like, he's built for this. So clearly the best athlete in this draft is Travis Hunter. Tennessee, you'd be crazy not to take him. From a Cleveland standpoint, if they're getting the sense that a Shedeur doesn't want to play there or may not show up, then the next best available quarterback, which is my man Duke says, 1A and number 1, is Cam Ward. And you see what he did down there in Miami. He going to put butts in the seat. He's entertaining. He's a leader. You're not losing anything by getting Cam and not getting Shedeur. But Shedeur matches New York City more than he matches Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, I wish I had my sound man bumping
Just
off right
like
now.
Just like Travis matches Nashville. Travis, because of his personality, loving to fish, love to be at home with his family, a small market suits Travis.
Yeah, and
like Travis
in Nashville,
Miami Dolphins, like he's better with a Green Bay or a Nashville, a smaller market like that, because that's his style.
And Nashville is a very up and coming city. Also, they will push back and say maybe we're not a small market for so long. But let me say this: someone who disagrees with us agreeing, and that is draft analyst Lance Zerlin, and he had a blog on the NFL.com where he had his latest mock draft, and it went totally different from where we went, and it might have gone in the way that the Cleveland Browns are doing exactly what we predicted and doing Cleveland Browns things. But that depends on how you feel about Penn State edge rusher Abdul Carter. So here's the mock draft from Zerlin. Let me make sure I say his name right. Lance Zerlin, right? He has Tennessee keeping that first pick, right? He said he don't see a generational talent in this draft, and I doubt if the Titans do. I think they would try to trade out of this spot. But if they stay put, Ward is the most talented QB in the class. Does that flaw the rest of his mock draft by him breaking it down like that? What do you think about this? And they
absolutely does for me, because when you said that he said he doesn't see a generational talent in this draft,
right?
Man, everything after that is flawed. Because let me explain my definition of generational talent. To me, a generation is every 20 to 25 years. And when I'm sitting here telling you, when you look at the stats, collegiate stats of a Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders and what they accomplished in college, it will be another 20 years before you see that again from two people in the draft trained by the same damn person. When you look at what Travis Hunter has done, it will be 50 years to 75 years before you see anything similar like that again. And so for a guy to say, hey, in my draft analysis, I don't see a generational talent here, the first 3 people are generational talents.
You ain't lying. That's like getting up on the stand and lying as soon as you get up there and expecting the jury to believe everything else you're saying. Come on, dog. You might as well get on off the stand right now. As soon as you said that, dog. What are you talking about? No generational talent. Man,
I don't get that. But oh well,
By the smartest of sack of rocks. But he said he took
Baskin Robbins 33 flavors. Everybody don't like the same thing. So
exactly. So Cam Ward, number one, Abdul Carter, number two to the Browns. Number three, Travis Hunter goes to New York. And we saw when he went there for his Heisman campaign, he made statements like, hey man, New York is kind of like overly censored. What is it? Overly censored? Like when
It's sensory overload.
sensory overload is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for right there. That's why we got Unc here, guys. keep my C performance and bring it up to a B plus, right?
I used to do it anonymously.
But now you're out here and letting everybody know. So but in his draft, he does have Shedeur Sanders dropping to what I said, Las Vegas Raiders, who I think is just the perfect fit for him, better than New York also. Because Las Vegas is a big market, is it's just like New York. It doesn't sleep, but I don't think it's as brutal as New York can be. Like you said, New York and Philly fans can switch on you at any moment. You throw a pick or you play a little bit subpar. They try to get on you and boo you. I don't think Las Vegas fans are like that. I think they'll have a lot more patience for a rookie quarterback or a guy like Shedeur Sanders to flourish.
And don't forget this, Chico, because you're spot on with that analysis. Las Vegas may be a small market, but it is a big city because of the influx of people to it. And their marketing appeal stretches over to Los Angeles. So you will see Las Vegas athletes, whether it is women's basketball, men's basketball to come, baseball to come, or NFL, they get portions of LA advertising dollars. Because it's the stuff that's around Vegas that is why Vegas exists. New York just happens to be that animal, unlike no other, off to itself. But a Shedeur, you give me Shedeur in New York, Vegas, or Miami, and you got something special.
Yeah,
he's built for the camera, man. Like that stuff doesn't bother him. It
doesn't bother him. Like it could rattle some guys, some other guys. Some other guys looking around like, man, why the camera still here?
Well, I mean, yeah, like shout out to Travis Hunter, the most phenomenal athlete we've ever seen play college sports, college football, won the Heisman. And what did he say while he was in New York for 72 hours? Man, this sensory overload. That's just not his thing.
Yeah. Exactly. So let me see here. Renee, amen. Yeah, Dukes, y'all asked about Dukes. Dukes is recovering right now. He's in the treatment room getting treatment. He's under the weather, but he's getting back right. He's going to get those IVs and fluids in him. What do you call it? Pedialyte. Get that Pedialyte up in him so he can feel right.
Get some electrolytes flowing.
Electrolytes.
Shout out to Dukes. He's the only person I know to go to a baby shower and leave with symptoms like he pregnant. Like how you get sick.
You gotta stop eating. You gotta stop eating those. What they have at baby showers? Those baby shower food: meatballs, devil eggs, Rotel. There you go.
Man, eggs too expensive. Ain't nobody putting no devil eggs out no more. Eggs don't
yeah? The eggs are up. Yeah, as we talked about that last show with Waffle House going up on their eggs. That's crazy. And you know what? I went to Costco like what was it 2 weeks ago. And you know how you walk in Costco, the produce part, you see a whole shelf of eggs. Man, all of them gone. I said, damn, I came in on the wrong day or something. So I think I went in on the first day of whatever has been going on while people buying up eggs like they did the toilet tissue back in the day when the pandemic was hitting.
Well, that's what you got. You got a chicken pandemic. You got a bird flu that's been wiping out chicken houses, and they've had to kill off millions of birds. And so it takes a while for chickens to grow where they can produce eggs. So in that in-between time, you got this limited supply with this increasing demand. So it's driving the price up. About 6 months from now, it should be back normal when the baby chickens now, start laying enough eggs to get the market back right. But until then, them damn eggs is through the roof, baby.
Sabrina said they were going $7 a dozen egg. Mama Tia said, them bananas are $6 for $1.04. Chico, I checked my UPS account. I was told it takes 1 week to deliver it on white. I appreciate that, but we get these fresh apple bananas, which are the smaller ones. We get these for a pretty good price. It's not the GMO ones. It's the good, fresh, sweeter apple bananas.
Y'all grow them, but y'all grow pineapples there.
Yeah, they grow pineapples here. I think they might have banana trees here somewhere. I'm not sure. But actually, just speaking of that, I got to find a farm to take my daughter to for a school project. So I'm going to be out there taking pictures and filming somewhere soon, and I'll be learning about some local agriculture and farming and things of that nature here real soon. I can get back to you and let you know if they grow bananas and such out here still. But I did find out they have deer on the other island. So you can go hunting and shoot deer. They have hogs out here though, just like in the South that
Man,
you go hunting
how
for.
did the damn deer get to that island, man?
I'm sure they were brought over somehow. That's why they don't have snakes here. There's no snakes here. It's too isolated for snakes to swim, and they don't
Yeah.
allow people to bring them in.
Yeah, they
Yes, I
messed up.
definitely
They
want
messed
fun.
up in Florida. Then people started letting them go. Now they done took over the Everglades.
Took over the You got big iguanas, alligators, all type of stuff you got to watch out for in Florida. Shoot, like 85 South say, white boys with big dreads and 32 gold teeth. Got to watch out for them too.
But Ray got a question for Reggie Ship, not a super chat, but it's a nice question. Reggie Ship says, "Do you think Shiloh would transition well to the NFL due to lack of true coverage ability?" Not saying he's not a good player. I think he will. I don't know how much the NFL looks for their safety to have this outstanding, prolific cover ability more than they do to react, let nobody get behind you and come up and stop the run and stop a play. And Shiloh was built for all those things, and I think he does have some coverage ability and his ability to communicate and learn the defense. I think is on a level that most people don't get to see or hear because Chico and I at practice and inside the locker room, so we see the leadership and when he has that green dot on his helmet. So his understanding of the game, his football IQ, as well as his willingness to get in the mix with hard hits, Shiloh will certainly be drafted and certainly will have success in the NFL. Is he going first or second round? Absolutely not, because what safety is going that high. So he's going to be a later round guy in the draft. He's going to make a team. He's going to make noise starting off on special teams and move up from there. What say you, Chico?
Yeah, I say it's all about fit. And I think his skills are going to translate well into the NFL, especially if he gets with the right coordinator and team. Same way we saw, and Duke spotted this out a couple weeks ago with Nolan Smith Jr., the defensive end, rush in for the Philadelphia Eagles, who've been contributing and has multiple sacks this season and in the playoffs. But his best season at Georgia, he only had 4.5 sacks. But you can see how he can impact the game with the pressures and the hurries on the QB right now because of the situation he's in with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I just think it's all about fit, not necessarily where he gets drafted as far as a round goes or picks, but the location is more important. And the coaching staff. It's like what you said earlier about picking your boss instead of picking your job. So it's about what coach he gets with, and the system he's in. I think he'll flourish because it's not like he's a bad football player or he doesn't have these. He's a good football player who every football player. Like, man, we saw Travis Hunter versus the Stanford kid. The kid had a big game against Travis. Does that mean that he's not the number one player in college football? Does it mean how many times have you seen that pre or post that? So you're going to judge him on that one time. Same thing with Shiloh Sanders. A lot of people try to judge him on that game when he first came back with that injury. Same thing with Travis. That game happened in Stanford when he was coming off of that injury. When you come back off of injury, it's a different ball game. And Shiloh coming back with a broken forearm, I think he was just a little bit timid that game, which throws everything off because his game is full speed, head hunting, no holds barred. You know what I mean? So I think that one game X that out. He's a good football player. He's going to bounce back. He's going to continue to improve. He's going to get with the right team, right coordinator, and he's going to shine in the league. That's what I think.
I agree. Well said.
Appreciate it. That was a compliment with nothing else behind it from Uncle Neely.
No,
Y'all don't get none of those.
That was a nice little opinion.
All right. Nice little take right there.
Yeah, emphasis on little. Well, I like your little opinion on your show, on your little show.
Your little show. Oh, you got a little YouTube show. Okay, that's what she told me. You got a little YouTube show. How many followers you got? Damn, you got a lot of followers.
No
All right, man.
problem, no problem, Richard Shipman. Y'all got questions? Keep the questions coming. Sometimes the chat moves
Yeah.
by too fast for us to see them, but if we spot one, we'll put it out there.
Thank you for a great response, Unc and Chico. Appreciate you, Reggie Ship, for tuning in, joining the conversation, getting into the chat, letting us know what you think or any question that you have. Anybody else, we appreciate you guys. We will be in the chat responding to you after this live is over. Yes, you can continue to comment on this in the chat on the live stream. So let us know what you're thinking. We got to give a couple of shout outs before we go, Uncle Neely, and that is to mdjoriginal.com. Use our code on their website, MDJ10, for 10% off at checkout. Also, you can go to lawswhiskeyhouse.com and use our code Buffs Pregame 10 at 10% for 10% off at checkout on their website. Get you some of that Ralphie's Reserve and get your mind right on the late night. GoonsvilleClothing.com. Use the code Uncle Chico 2025. Get you a hat like that or a shirt like I don't have on, but one like this, but you'll have a logo on there and you'll look nice and right and feel tight and all the other stuff. Get you some at GoonsvilleClothing.com. Unc, let them know that if they want to hit us up and become a sponsor, official sponsor for this show, our presenting sponsor, get an ad on here, work with us, want us to say your website, put it on the bottom of the screen, give a shout out, make a commercial, whatever, let them know what they can do.
Right there, Uncle Neely at thepregameshow.com. That's THEE pregameshow.com. Uncle Neely at thepregameshow.com. Me or BiggDogg Chico will reach back. We'll send you out some rate sheets. Get in where you fit in. We're going to have something negotiable that will match your budget and the audience you're trying to reach. And that includes all three networks, the BiggDogg Chico channel, Dukes the Scoop channel, and the Pregame Network. So, hey, only when the McRib is in town can you get three for the price of one. So you getting that right now.
That's real. Hit up Uncle Neely at thepregameshow.com. Come work with us. Come be a part of this because we're about to take off like a rocket. Until next time, this has been the morning run. Myself, BiggDogg Chico, Uncle Neely. Dukes the Scoop was out, but he'll be back next time as usual.
I got a feeling that the morning run on Friday going to actually be in the morning. I got a feeling.
I got a feeling that
at least on the West Coast. At least on the West Coast, it's going to be in the morning.
We can guarantee you on the West Coast, it's going to be in the morning. We can guarantee that.
Guaranteed.
All right. Until then, y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, and all that other good stuff. BiggDogg Chico, Uncle Neely, we're going to be up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah.